back live 20-7 as we start the fourth quarter. They handed it off to Ryan Reed on second down. He picked up a yard, so we've got third and very short. Actually going to measure for the first down as the chains come in. Through 3 quarters, Emporia State, JC, 353 yards of total offense, but only 7 points to show for it.
And 26 minutes and 32 seconds of time of possession. I mean, they've had the ball, they've moved the ball, they've done everything they wanted to do except for get points on the board.
That last drive, 14 plays. They covered 86 yards. Everything but the final yard they needed for the touchdown, as they were stuffed on 4th and 1. So first down for the Griffins. Toss sweep. Big hole off the right side, and Ahmad Jackson out near the 40, and another first down.
That's just good blocking by all of the offensive linemen for Missouri Western, as well as the running back, number 88, Josh Kay. The tight end does a good job of turning out Dante Coleman, the defensive end. And Ahmad Jackson just turns up and follows the block of Ryan Reed. These guys also offensively are doing a very good job of running the football.
So Lucas Bosch, the free safety, struggling to get off the field. He's the leading tackler tonight with 8 for Emporia State. Jackson again has a yard. Seen a lot of good running backs on display tonight. Not just the starters, but the backups have been pretty good too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, it doesn't seem to matter who is actually running the ball. Both of these offensive lines are doing a good job and blowing holes wide open for these guys to run through.
Just look back at some of the recent games that Missouri Western has been involved in. Last week they won by a touchdown. The week before they lost by a touchdown. The week before that they won by 9. The week prior to that they lost by 4. So they have been in some tight games during that month of October and now into November. Looking downfield, penalty flag comes in as they're trying to get it to Josh Kay, who's working against Maurice Davis. Going to call pass interference, but that ball looked like it was overthrown.
Yeah, not a very smart play by Maurice Davis. He sees that the ball is overthrown. There's no reason to touch this tight end at all. You see the ball right here. It's coming right at you. And it's overthrown, but you see Maurice Davis, he hits the tight end. You don't have to do that, and that is not a very smart play by Maurice Davis, a very experienced cornerback, not making a very smart play on the football.
Perhaps a little frustration. Got a injured player they're looking at here for Emporia State. We'll send it down to Stan Weber.
Well, we talked about the fan of the game contest. Well, there's actually
I know you would have shared it with us, but I still owe you, man.
I'm just doing some advertisement for you.
There you go.
To get some of your business cards?
Yeah.
2nd and 9. Big hit on Ahmad Jackson.
The ball carrier.
Maurice Davis in on the tackle along with Gerard Clemens.
And you see coming right at you, big Ahmad Jackson, and look at the tackle right there. Maurice Davis does a good job as a cornerback. Watch him come up. Does a good job right there of just getting his head in front of a ball carrier and making a very good tackle on a big running back.
2nd and 10. Davis and this defense in need of a stop right here. Jackson again. He powers his way to the 41. So they'll have 3rd and 6, and a must stop right here, JC, for this defense.
Yeah, they need to come up with a big play. They've got to try to force a turnover, and they definitely have to get a stop here. But if they can come up with a big turnover and maybe a huge return and get on the scoreboard, that will definitely be a huge confidence booster for Emporia State and turn some of this momentum that Missouri Western has right now in Emporia State's favor.
4 wideouts in the set. They'll operate out of the shotgun. Conacher is back in. He gets the handoff, and he's going to be stopped short. Well short of the first down, so the defense holds.
And they've been seeing this play all night. Missouri Western has ran it a number of times where they spread everybody out in 4 receivers and then try to run the draw and try to gash them. Emporia State is ready for it right here and does a good job of coming back, making the tackle, and forcing the punt. And they, they've got 11 minutes and 30 seconds left. They can get the ball back, let their offense get downfield and get on the board. They'll be right back in this ball game.
And here they come up. Waterman under center on 4th down. And now he calls timeout. The Emporia, so they weren't sure what to think on defense. They were waiting to see if they were going to send McCoy in, but he never came in. And so Waterman gets a timeout. We'll take a break as well as Jerry Partridge thinks things over. His team leading 20-7. And welcome back, 20-7. The Griffins leading, 11:19 left in the 4th quarter. Want to update you on some women's volleyball in the MIAA. Central Missouri State over Emporia State. In 3 straight, they clinched their 18th consecutive conference title. Back live on 4th down, they go for it, and they swing it out to Cliff Branch with the catch and a 1st down. And how about that on 4th down?
You've got to like the aggressiveness of this guy right here. Coach Partridge, and look at him smiling right there. He knows that that was a big play for him, and they just run that quick slot out right there, and that slot has a lot of room to work right there. You got to tighten up on that slot if you're going to be in man-to-man coverage, and it's just an easy throw out there, and he does the rest. I mean, Cliff Branch just turns up and gets a 1st down. But you've got to like Coach Partridge's aggressiveness on offense. We've seen him backed up deep in his own end zone, throwing the deep ball, and here on 4th down, he goes for it and gets a big 1st down.
And showing a lot of confidence in his sophomore quarterback. And the quarterback, Waterman, delivers it that time to Branch. So fresh set of downs as Conacher picks up 4 on 1st down. And more importantly, now they can eat up 2-3 more minutes off this clock and keep that Emporia State offense, which has been moving the ball up and down the field inside the 20s, off the field.
And that was their whole intent, is to continue this drive, and you can see that they're going to stay aggressive. These guys are not content with anything. They're going to stay aggressive and try to score some more points.
There's Conacher up the middle inside the 15 near another 1st down. If nothing else, they get a field goal out of this trip that'll put them up 16 and in great shape as we move under 10 minutes.
But these guys have been doing a great job up front. And take a look at number 77. It's going to be coming right at you right here. That guy is 300 pounds. And look at him leading up into the hole. I mean, that is a great job of a big man who is 300 pounds and went to Lincoln Prep in Kansas City. He's doing a good job.
Waterman keeps it near the 10-yard line and picks up the 1st down.
And you see him again. I mean, this guy has done a great job all night long, pulling both inside, outside, fold blocking, and has been one of the standouts of this offensive line. And you can see at 6'2", 311 pounds, excuse me, not just 300, but 311. That makes a big difference, Ben. But this guy definitely is very light on his feet. And anytime you get a guard that big who can pull and make plays around the end and lead your running back in the hole, it's a huge plus.
One of the more surprising things at this level in the MIAA, the number of 300-pound linemen you see across the league.
They're everywhere.
Conacher dropped in the backfield. Nice play there defensively by Dante McCoy, the strong safety. We haven't called his name much.
Does a good job. And also number 44, Chad Pratt, gets upfield right here as well. Right there and fills the hole good. That's why you want to see those linebackers playing aggressive and attacking the line of scrimmage. When you see a hole, get through it. Don't wait for the lineman to get on you and then try to make a play. Get through that hole and try to make a play in the backfield.
Play action. Waterman swings it out to his fullback, Reed. He's just delivering blows all the way to the end zone. Ryan Reed rumbles in on the play action.
And they have just demoralized this Emporia State defense. That is just terrible tackling right there that allows him to get in the end zone. It starts off with a great play fake that gives Dante McCoy totally out of position. Then they just flip it out to Ryan Reed, and he just runs through a couple of tacklers.
And the extra point is good. So, a 4th down play. Jerry Partridge rolls the dice to keep the drive alive, and then Waterman flips it out to Ryan Reed, and he just runs through the Emporia State defense.
Welcome.
And we're back as Ryan Reed finishes off what is a demoralizing drive for the Emporia State defense. They thought they had them stopped, thought they were going to give the ball back to their offense, but the drive continues. 99 yards, 16 plays, and 8 up. 7 minutes and 35 seconds.
I mean, what an impressive drive. And you can hear Ryan Reed saying, good blocking, guys, good blocking, because that was a total team effort, a 99-yard drive. And, I mean, that was really impressive. And that guy is real excited right there. That's his first touchdown, and he is feeling good right now.
Rarely do you see a touchdown drive of 99 yards. Well, Missouri Western has done it in back-to-back weeks, as Johnson goes nowhere on the kickoff return. Let's take a look back here at this touchdown play.
When we take a look at the touchdown, watch number 7 right here, McCoy. Watch him bite on the run fake. Watch him right here. This is a run fake, and look where he goes. He goes and tackles the running back. There's nobody out here on Waterman, and he just flips it out to Reed, and then right here down the field, Maurice Davis has to come off. He's got to make that play. Wrap him up. He just comes up, puts a shoulder in him, and you're not going to stop a guy like Ryan Reed with a shoulder. He's got to come up and make a play, either wrap that guy up or go low and make that tackle. That is just a demoralizing play for Emporia State defensively.
And now Emporia State. Here's McCoy, wants to throw it downfield, and he rifles it looking for Johnson and underthrew it. This team has relied on the running game throughout the game, and the running game has been terrific. Their problem is they don't have any time left to run the ball down by 20.
Yeah, exactly right. They've been running the ball all night long very effectively, but now they've got to come up with some big plays to get some points on the board quickly. So now they come out with the first play and try a reverse pass. Whatever they have done to this point doesn't matter. They've got to put the ball in the air, try to get it to Lester McCoy, and see if he can make some big plays.
Big hole, Festa right up the middle. Midfield and then some.
Plays that they need. Spread it out. Try to hit a big gasher up the middle, but what they should be doing right now with 8 minutes left, get on the football. Get into your 2-minute drill. You see everybody spread out right here. They just run the draw to Festa, and they just gash him because everybody has their ears pinned back trying to get to the quarterback. But what they should be doing, they should be in their 2-minute offense right now at the line of scrimmage running plays.
Jacobs lost the handle, and I think the Griffins are on it. Let's see as they unpile them. I think the Griffins are on this one. They've got it. Big turnover at midfield. And wow, the frustration continues to mount for Jerry Kill.
Yeah, and that's going to be very tough for him. You see right here on the fumble, Jacobs never quite gets the ball right there. The mix-up between the center. You see the ball just right there, just squirting around. Number 95 just falls on it. Josh Charles from Missouri Western. You see another look right here. He never gets the ball from the center, and the ball's just running around down there, squirting around. Josh Charles just falls on it for Missouri Western. And the way their offense has been playing, they may just run out the rest of this clock.
Yeah, they drove 99 yards the last time. Here's Ryan Reed. Picks up a yard on first down. They just want a run clock here, and there's the turnover story. We said the Griffins came into tonight last in the league, but no turnovers tonight, and 3 for Emporia State.
And you can see, you combine the turnovers, 3 turnovers with the blocked field goal, the missed field goal, the turnover on downs, and things of that nature. And I mean, you are really just not giving yourself any chance to be successful.
Yep, and roughing the passer penalty, throw that in there for good measure. Just some little mistakes that have added up to a big-time 20-point deficit. I mean, you'll look in the paper tomorrow and see, well, 27-7 or whatever the final score this is going to be, and you're going to figure Missouri Western dominated this game. But Emporia State, they're going to go home shaking their heads, still thinking that they're the better team, even though they're getting beat tonight.
Yeah, and you see Conacher here does a good job of getting outside, but he knows that the clock is on their side. He's slowing down. He wants to stay in bounds. He gets a good shot that knocks him out of bounds, but he is very conscious of this clock, as I'm sure Coach Partridge has talked to their entire team to stay in bounds and keep this clock running. He just got forced out that time.
You saw the numbers on Conacher. He's over the century mark tonight. Little counter play, picking his way through the middle.
And he shows great patience, Ben, back there of setting up his blockers and then choosing his holes. He's not in a hurry to just hit anything in there. He's picking his way. He's using his vision. And watch him right here. You see it's just a counter play. He lets Big 77 in front of him, but he's just picking his holes right here. He's being very patient. He's waiting, setting his blockers up, and then coming back behind him. You see he lets his blockers get out in front of him, then he just cuts behind him. Good job of running by Conacher.
Second and short. He'll stay on the ground with Reed, the fullback. Pounds it in for a couple of yards. He'll come up just shy of the first down. They'll have 3rd and 1.
And this is exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to run the ball, keep the clock moving, get first down, and hopefully run out the rest of this clock and get out of here with the big win. But that offensive line up front, again, we cannot say enough about those guys. They are really controlling the line of scrimmage right now. And if they can convert this 3rd down, that gives them another 2 or 3 minutes to run off of the clock.
And look at Conacher on second effort, work his way for the first down. I mean, he could have been dropped a couple of yards back, but keeps his feet moving and picks up yet another first down.
He's having a big game tonight. And I mean, he's a good-looking running back, and there's big number 77, the guy that we've been talking about all night, who's played a tremendous game as well. A little shaken up on the field.
So they'll attend to David Bernard. 5:49 left to go, and the Griffins in control here at Welch Stadium. And we're back. 5:49 left to play. They're still looking at David Bernard, the junior out of Kansas City. And this may be...
You can see him coming in right there and gets rolled over right there. That's a very tough thing when you're out there trying to make a block and then somebody rolls you up from the backside. I mean, it's very hard, and you can't protect yourself from that because you never see the guy coming. Looks like they're going to have to wheel him off, and hopefully it's not too serious of an injury.
Yeah, hopefully he can be back for the season finale next week when they entertain Southwest Baptist. Another stat we wanted to pass along: total offense in this game, Emporia State 379 yards, for Missouri Western 368. So 11 more yards for Emporia State, but they're down 20 on the scoreboard, and that's really the only one that matters. Let's head down to the sideline and check in with Stan Weber.
Well, this injury doesn't look good. They're concerned down here around the knee area and the lower leg. They think they may have a broken bone down there. And what's amazing is that would be the 3rd starting offensive lineman for this Missouri Western team to go down this year. Earlier, Justin Foster hurt a knee in the 2nd game of the year, and Kirk Spencer broke his leg against Washburn. So this is a ball club that's suffered a lot of injuries on the offensive line. Back to you, Ben.
Okay, thanks, Stan. And we do get word that David Bernard missed 2 games earlier in the season with a knee sprain, so maybe it's just a re-aggravation of that sprained knee. We'll see. Okay, we're going to take a look here, and this may explain it here.
And it's not good, so if you're squeamish, you want to close your eyes, but you'll see him right here. And right there, you see that ankle and that leg. just gets rolled up, and that is not a good-looking injury for David Bernard. We definitely wish him the best, but that's a tough injury there.
Ooh, so that puts a bit of a damper on things here for Jerry Partridge. You can see the disappointment on his face as he walked out of our picture there.
You gotta like the love and the camaraderie of this Missouri Western team. You see all of his teammates coming over, giving him words of encouragement, and just hang in there, big guy. And that's what you want to see from your teammates. And obviously David Bernard is the guy who was played a very, very good game tonight, and I'm sure he's very disappointed as well as hurt, and hopefully he'll be able to recover from this injury.
Bernard, who played his high school football at Lincoln Prep in Kansas City. He was three-time all-conference and all-district selection in the Kansas City area. So he'll get a nice round of applause as they wheel him off here. We certainly, as JC said, wish him the best.
And that makes it tough, Ben, when you're out there on the football field and one of your comrades goes down with a serious injury like that, and you know, it's hard to really get refocused because your thoughts are with them, and it's hard initially that first play or two after to really be aggressive and go after somebody after you see a serious injury like that. But after a couple plays, you get back into it, but you never want to see anything like that occur.
They do pick up the first down, and we've got 5:49 left to play, and Missouri Western just trying to run out the clock here and protect this 20-point lead. Number 53, Darren Elizaraz, has checked in at left guard to replace David Bernard. As Conacher keeps it on the ground, picks up 4 yards on first down.
You see, they're going to stick to what they've been doing, just trying to run the football with Conacher, pick up the first down yardage, and keep the clock running as well.
Jerry Partridge, this will be his first winning season in his third year. His first 2 years he went 5-6, so obviously that was a big goal for him coming into tonight's game. The win will move them to 6-4, and they've got Southwest Baptist coming to St. Joe next week, so a chance for a 7-4 season as Reed continues to break tackles inside the 15-yard line.
You talk about Coach Partridge. I talked to him before the football game, and he feels like they really should be 7-2 right now. They're 5-4, but he feels like there are 2 ball games that got away from those guys that they really should have won. And you know, he feels obviously if they're 7-2 right now, they're sitting in a good position. But you know, like he said, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But they really feel in their hearts that they should be 7-2 right now.
Now, there's no question that he gets his team up for the big games, and I'm sure one of the games he was talking about would have been the Northwest Missouri State game against the defending national champs earlier this year. They lost only by 4 as Conacher recovers his own fumble, 38-34. That was a game in which they had 3 turnovers in, and I remember we had a telecast with them a couple of years ago. They went on the road down to Pittsburgh and almost knocked off a great Pittsburgh State team on one of our Thursday night telecasts.
And you see the ball on the ground right here. That's what Emporia State wants to see. They needed to come up with some big turnovers in this ball game. They weren't able to do that. And, you know, unfortunately, offensively, they moved the ball well all night, but didn't get on the scoreboard. They needed some help defensively with some turnovers, and they just didn't get that tonight.
Conacher again. He's driven back as he gets to the 15. Dante McCoy, number 7, along with Gerard Clemens, in on the stop.
And give Emporia State credit defensively. They're still in there battling and fighting and scraping and clawing. They're not just going to give up and allow Missouri Western to run up the score on them. They've got some pride on that side of the ball also, and they're going to fight and continue to scratch and do everything they can to stop Missouri Western from scoring.
Waterman's going to go to the end zone looking for Evans and overthrows him. That is a veteran Emporia State defense. There's 5 starters on that defense who at some point in their career have earned all conference honors, and those 5 have combined to start 180 games, but disappointing night for them. And with 2:49 left to go, Kevin Toms is on to try a 32-yard field goal. 6 of 9 on the season. Ooh, and misses this one badly. But they are able to run some more minutes off the clock, and Emporia State down 20, has just 2:46 left to work.
Western did everything that they wanted to do in that particular drive. They wanted to eat up as much clock as possible. They didn't get the field goal. They didn't convert the field goal, which they wanted to do. But yet and still, they were able to get a couple first downs and run a lot of valuable time off of this clock. They give the ball back to Emporia with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the game.
Jacobs will put it up in the air, has it complete, and McCoy steps out of bounds at the 34. Emporia State University is in the center of it all. For more information. Jacobs, loose football. He had it stripped away from him. The Griffins think they're on it again.
And turnovers have killed this Emporia State ball club, and we see another turnover here at the end of the ball game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. They turn the ball over again. Missouri Western will definitely just run the clock out here, and you see Jacobs just drops back. He's trying to find somebody, and he's got to tuck that ball away. Whenever he steps up inside of the pocket, he's got to put that ball away and secure it, because those big linemen are going to be trying to rip it out of there. And they do that time with number 95, Josh Charles, who recovered a fumble earlier. And he does a good job of stripping and recovering, giving Mo West the ball back to run out the clock.
Yeah, Charles, little fourth quarter he has had. He's just a sophomore. He backs up Dusty Aller at the defensive end position, but he actually leads the team with 11 sacks now in the season. Toss sweep. As Matt Smith, a freshman from Union Star, Missouri, checks in and gets the call that time. With that previous catch, McCoy moves into 6th place all-time on the MIAA single-season yardage list. He's now at 1,122 catches. And Matt Weber, the backup quarterback, into the game now. He's a sophomore at Lee Summit. As the Griffins will continue to run out the clock here. Here's the night on Casey Waterman. We can close the book on him, the sophomore from Blue Springs. Got it going early with that touchdown drive.
Got it going early, and that's the big key right there. 4 touchdown passes, and you know, he really got it going early, and then they kind of stalled in the first half, and then they got it going again at the end of that first half. Going into halftime, they came out the second half and really got it going on the ground as well, and really just played a good game offensively.
And with that yardage total tonight, he moves over the 4,000 career yard mark. He already ranks 3rd all-time as a sophomore on the career passing list as Matt Smith dances to the 16-yard line. Another good running back making some plays.
Another good running back bouncing around it, making some cuts and making some real good moves in there. And that's the thing, you know, you think that when you bring your backup players in, you're just trying to run out the clock, but those guys want to play too. Those guys want to score. They got people at home watching them as well, Ben. So when they get in the ball game, they want to try to make something happen also.
Dan Weber will just kneel down, and while we have the opportunity, say thanks to our great crew we have working for us here on these MIAA telecasts, guys in the truck and our great cameramen bringing you all the sights and sounds of this MIAA TV package. They do a tremendous job.
They sure do. And don't get enough credit. And those guys are very professional and do a tremendous job. And they make our job a lot easier, don't they, Ben?
Exactly right. And Jerry Partridge's job just got a little easier tonight after he picks up a 27-7 win. They got to go in early with that long touchdown drive and some big defensive stands. And for Jerry Partridge, he'll wrap up his first winning season, now in his third year with the Missouri Western Griffins, as they improve to 6-4. Emporia State, for them, they're not going to have a winning season. They'll fall to 4-6 with just one game left to play. So we'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Our final score, Missouri Western 27, Emporia State 7.